Say something that you don't like right now for me now, the people.
Like generally?
You know what I'm saying?
For me, the people.
You ever read, I read this thing that was like, people, or there's that like dating app that like, you instead of like putting in things about you, you just put in like things in the world that you hate, and it matches you based on that.
Is that a thing?
So people will be like, I fucking hate Christianity, and that you match with other people that hate Christianity.
That's a good one.
And then
I hate...
you invite the person over for a date, and they like fucking kill you or something like that.
Oh, okay, yeah.
What's the thing that you hate that I also hate that we can bond over?
There are a lot of things that I actually really don't like.
Yeah.
That I keep on the DL, because normally I try and be positive.
Normally you're a love guy, but today you're a hate guy.
Today I'm a hate guy. I fucking hate people who walk slow, generally.
Oh my God.
And also I hate the groups of people who, like, on a sidewalk is like a road, but for people. So you're going one side traffic and the other side traffic. And then if you can pass, you go around when there's no one on the other side. Yeah. Anyone who walks in like a group of 3 or 4 and takes up the whole fucking sidewalk, I don't care how good of friends you are. I don't care if you're like, oh, this is my bestie, and this other bitch on my other side, she's my bestie too. Shut the fuck up. Move out of the way. People with real lives have places to be and things to do, and you're fucking it up. And it's so messed up and stupid.
That's so real.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit's just annoying.
You know what I hate?
What?
It's like on Instagram or like TikTok or whatever. You get those videos of people that are like, they're like your typical e-boys, and or not even boys. I'll also extend this to girls. Okay, it's kind of a universal thing, but it's people doing like the get ready with me in the morning videos. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Where they're just like getting dressed. I think the only reason those videos exist is because people like seeing like the super hot woman or guy like in their underwear for the first 3 seconds of the video.
Yeah, I guess so.
Or sometimes it's like they have jeans on, but the jeans are like, the jeans are like sagging in a way where they're showing everyone, oh, I'm wearing Calvin Klein, bro. It's you gotta check the brand recognition, man.
Check this shit out.
And
yeah, no, like, that is true.
It's get like a life. So gross.
Get a life.
It's ridiculous, man.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I feel like people who do influencer shit who aren't influencers are cringe.
Yeah. I don't know anyone in real life like that, but if I did,
Me either.
Anyway,
also,
hey everybody, welcome back to the podcast. It's episode number 100.
No, what?
Yeah.
Woo!
Episode
yeah.
100. Welcome back.
Let's get it going.
We finally did it.
We finally made it. We hit 50 million subscribers.
We hit 800,000 subscribers.
Hey, hopefully that day comes eventually.
We've been spreading love for the entirety of the podcast, so today we've decided to spread hate.
The fuck you mean we? We?
Yeah.
We my ass.
What do you mean? I spread so much love around the
world. I'm
the
lover and you're the fighter.
You know what?
No, that's not true. You're not a fighter. You're just a hater.
Say something that I do that you love right now for me.
Exist.
It's so lame. Can I tell you something that I love that you do?
I don't know.
every like 15 first minutes of the podcast, you're like eating food, which means when I go and edit the podcast, because it doesn't come through on Discord, when I go and edit it, I get to listen to your ASMR.
Yeah. You're welcome.
So today, I actually have these fucking cookies that I got from Insomnia that I'm going to eat. And everyone is going to suffer, and it's my decision now.
Okay.
So fuck you.
You're I just
suffering through this. I'm making other people suffer.
Okay. Yeah, see,
I
so
just wanted
that's
to
why
eat.
I was just confused because you wanted to allegedly make me suffer for having to listen to you eat, but
No.
I can't really hear it anyway. So
No, everyone else gets to suffer
okay, what kind of
because of
cookies did you
your
get?
actions.
Hey man, I'm a busy guy. When I come back, I gotta eat because immediately after this podcast, I got shit to do always.
I got snickerdoodle and I got peanut butter chip.
Such based picks.
Yeah. And they gave me an extra cookie. I don't know why. They were just like,
Like,
you're
for
going to
free?
get an extra one.
Damn, that's kind of
I was
awesome.
like, let's go, dude.
You were like,
That's $11 plus tax well spent
right
right
Dude.
there. So
thanks Uncle Sam for that one. Honestly,
thank you, Uncle Sam. Shout out. Speaking of things we hate, America.
Yeah. No, I mean I don't hate them. They're just like if greed didn't exist, capitalism would be great.
I think greed is cool in a way.
I'm gonna disagree with you.
You know what I'm saying?
Like I think it is cool, but like there should be a limit. You know, like if you got like $500 billion, like what are you gonna do with all that?
I do think the government should cap you, like, at some point.
Yeah.
Like, if you have over $100 million in your bank account, the rest should just go straight to me, preferably.
It should all go to me. Actually,
It should go to me.
vote for me as president.
Yeah.
Jackson Bart.
2020,
24?
30, something. How old do you have to be president?
35.
Okay, 20, 30, 40. 2040.
What?
Yeah.
No. 2042? 2042, right?
I was born in 2003. I need to be 35.
Oh, yeah, okay. So I guess
So-
2038.
But that's not an election year for presidents.
No, it's not.
So the next
But that's
one
when
would
you'll
be
be 35.
2040. It's almost like I thought about it in my head before saying it.
Okay.
Jesus Christ, get on your fucking game. Oh, you're off today. What's going on?
I'm so off today.
You were
I've
eating
been fucking-
tuna before we started. What is up with
Yeah,
that?
okay. Because I've been fucking working all
Are
day.
you
and I
okay,
came
bro?
home- No. My life is in shambles right
Oh,
now.
no, dude.
But you want to know the thing about me? I love shambles.
I like shingles.
Don't fucking... We talked about shingles in one of my lectures today. Like, for the whole time. Like, before I was here, unironically, I was just listening to my professor talk about shingles.
Maybe
And not
they're
the
just
disease.
self-conscious.
The shingles?
Yeah, because they got them.
I guess so.
I mean, everyone that lives in a home, I guess, has shingles. Unless you live in one of those Hispanic abuelas. And your home is just like a clay square, you know?
Do you know what abuela means?
I have no clue.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
It means grandma.
That's funny. I didn't know that. I was
That's
just
so
trying to I
awesome.
was trying to think of what like house is, but it's casa, right?
Casa or Pueblo is village. You were probably thinking of Pueblo.
I was probably thinking of Pueblo. Yeah, cuz I don't know. I need to flash back to 5th grade history again. Oh, what the hell? Are my car keys in my pocket? I don't know why I have those there.
If you put them up to your ear, they'll say drink, 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 drink.
Kind of like how if you hold a conch shell up to your ears, you'll hear the voices inside your head louder.
Yeah, true. It's like, you know, when you hold your car keys up to your ear, you'll hear like the sound of like whooshing Jack Daniels.
Yeah.
But if you hold the conch up to your ear, you'll hear the ocean. So that's kind of cool. Kind of a fun little Easter egg that not a lot of people know about real life.
Dude, fuck the ocean.
I'm with you there.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's like
I'll say it. I don't like the beach.
I don't like the beach either. Because it's like you gotta go and then, bro, like,
That's the toughest part.
Sand sucks ass, right?
Couldn't agree more.
Like, I've never wanted sand in my life ever at any point.
Yeah.
So it's like that's weird that it has to be there in this place that's supposed to be magical. And
Well,
half the
so-
time when people go to the beach, they don't even like go in the water, which is like the whole point of going there. They
Yeah.
just like sit outside in their
Dude, so lame.
fucking their little swim trunks, like they're a 5th grader. And it's like you could just do that in your backyard, right?
Right.
Or this is
No, but
why
you
they
gotta go to
have
the
like
beach.
those tanning booths that you can like
No.
get cancer from.
Yeah, no.
You could pay to do that if you think about it.
That's true. Yeah, you could just pay to get a tan instead of
could
see.
just-
So the beach, I like the beach. Like the concept of being at the beach is great. But then every time I go, I'm like, why the fuck am I here? Except for when I went to the beach and I got to go surfing, because surfing is so fun. Because it's like snowboarding, but like in the water. And you just like feel cool, and your hair's like flowing in the wind, and you could be like, "Bleh," and you'll be just like Eddie Munson from Stranger Things. And like, I don't know, walking up and down the beach and like collecting shells and whatever, and like building a
Which one's
sandcastle. Eddie's the one who dies. Spoiler.
Okay,
warning.
that's like half the characters in the show. You gotta.
He's the one in season 4 who plays like the Metallica solo on top of
he's sick.
the.
You could have just said he's the sick one.
Yeah, he's the sick.
I would have got that.
Yeah. He's the one who gets eaten alive by all the bats.
Do you really think surfing is that similar to snowboarding?
No, it's not. I've done both, and it's not that close. But it's cool.
I was gonna say I feel like those would not be even remotely similar.
They're kind of. It's like, you know.
I mean,
It's
you
kinda
have
like
to- you
the
gotta, like,
degrees
balance,
of-
right?
Yeah. It's like the 6 degrees of separation, you know? Like,
Yeah.
we're all 6 degrees away from, like, literally any other person. Snowboarding is definitely less than 6 degrees away from surfing.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I guess they're not the same.
I personally would never do either because I'm chill. And also,
Cool.
I mean, the real reason is like, 1, you'll never see me on a beach. And 2, you'll never see me when it's, 3 feet of snow outside.
Really?
So neither of those environments are exactly the environment that I thrive in particularly.
No, that's fair. What environment do you thrive in, would you say?
I'm kind of more of like
Name your favorite environment.
cave.
What's your favorite biome? Cave.
No,
Dank cave.
One of my favorite things is to go explore. You go to Google and you type in abandoned structures near me, and you just go there.
Oh, dude, we never got to go to the Aldi.
No, we never did that.
We got to go back.
We
and
had
do that.
plans to, when we were both back home for the summer, to go to this abandoned Aldi, which is a grocery store. And we were
And
going to
just
film a
hit it up.
podcast there.
Yeah.
And maybe we would see like a ghost or a primordial ooze of some kind.
Or like a gang.
We're not really sure, but I mean, that's kind of the excitement behind it.
It would have been cool, though.
Yeah.
We would have definitely seen a lack of structural integrity, and I think that's exciting.
I
So-
do think that is cool. Is
Plus, we
that
could-
something that interests you in the world of architecture? Do you look at a lack of structural integrity and you say that's beautiful? Or do you say, God damn it, we gotta get like a guy who knows how to do this?
I think that I'd probably be like, we got to get a guy to do that, but I'm a big fan of like climbing on shit, so I would like it to be structurally sound so that I can climb it and not have it fall apart onto the ground. That's just me, though.
Just in case, that's an opinion that people would get triggered by. This is
No,
everyone listening to the podcast, everything we say is fact, and if you are offended, it's because you're wrong.
That's so wise and real of you.
So, sorry.
If you get offended. It's
And while you're writing a comment down there, be sure to like the video.
Yeah, and subscribe. We're trying to hit 850,000.
1,000 subscribers.
Well, we're already at 800, remember?
Oh,
'Cause
yeah.
This is episode 100.
We're, obviously.
Why are you laughing?
What big plans have you done for episode 100? Because your ass hasn't put in any work since this podcast has started.
Oh, okay. I mean, I could just like quit
So this is your big break. What do you got for us?
for episode 100.
Yeah.
Let's
On
climb.
this hateful episode.
Let's climb like a big structure that's like famous, and it can be naturally occurring or not. but like we should get on top of like the Eiffel Tower
Well,
or
I think
like
that's the cool thing
Mount
about
Everest
structures
or
is
something.
they don't naturally occur.
Okay. Let's get on top of some sort of monolith.
Okay, I like this. I
And
love monoliths.
Our journey to the top is like that is the episode, and then when we get to the top, we can end it.
Our journey to the center of the earth, but it's towards the center of the things we love or hate, because this is
Hate.
the hate
Today it's hate
episode.
Today's the hate episode.
For episode
We love to
100.
hate.
Normally
Can we
it's
talk about
love,
more things?
but I mean,
No, yeah, normally it's love. We love to love, but more today we love to hate. And today I'm gonna hate on people who can't fucking do anything by themselves.
that's weird though.
No, it's not. It's annoying.
It's like
You're an adult.
People who don't. Okay, well, it depends on the thing, right? You got to take it on a case by case basis.
Okay, like a 2-year-old.
I fucking hate 2-year-olds, but for unrelated reasons.
But for unrelated reasons, you know what I mean? But like there will be people like when I get a fucking like text from a classmate and they're like, "Hey, how do you do like such and such on this assignment, blah 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 blah." I'll be like, "Dog, they literally just went over it in class. Like just listen.
Like read the words that they put there for you to do.
Yeah.
Is one
like
of
for
the
me,
things I generally recommend.
Like if I'm lazy, like don't get me like because I'm lazy. It happens. It happens to the best of us. I'm lazy all the time. But like if I'm lazy, I'm just gonna be like, yeah, I gotta be because I didn't put as much work into it as I should have. But people will like call their parents and like fucking cry and shit and be like, like shut up.
Imagine crying.
Or like I mean, people do that like in other aspects of life too. Like I hate like being, I hate when people get up in my space.
Yeah.
Like physically and mentally. Especially when I'm trying to fucking work.
I'm just going to stay silent for the next 30 minutes, and I'll let you
Okay.
figure it out.
All right, man. So
Take a
my...
bite of this cookie. Sorry.
No, it's okay. No need to apologize. Enjoy. Is that peanut butter or snickerdoodle?
The timer's going.
Okay, so you don't have to answer my question, I guess. I'm going to go on a rant while we're on this day filled with hate that I am publicly outing myself as a hater of people who can't do things on their own.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's annoying. Like, especially at our fucking age. Like, get a life. You know? Or right, you're not responding, so you don't know.
Do you feel like... Do you feel like you have to... I forgot what I was going to say. I'm off my rocker today. I don't know.
That's okay, man. Yeah. No, I do feel like I have to.
You see,
With the,
did you see CS2 came out?
Yeah, like officially?
Yeah.
I can't wait to never play it.
That's so mean. It's
Why?
fucked up that you know how much it means to me and you're just not going to play it.
Oh, I'll play it with you. But I'm not going to, like, play it on my own.
But you just said I'm never going to play it ever.
Okay, so... No, I didn't say ever.
You
I just
said
said,
ever,
yeah,
I
I'm
think.
not going to play.
You said,
no,
Jackson, I will never, ever play CS2 with you specifically because I hate you. On the hateful episode 100.
Okay,
Waste
we're
Management
fucking talking
podcast.
about... Yeah, waste management. We're fucking talking about things that we hate. I would never list you as something that I hate. So shut the fuck up. Stop being
But
dramatic.
it sounds like you would hate to play CS2 with me, which is fucked up.
No, I just... If I'm going to play, like, a game where I die in one bullet, I'm going to play Valorant. Because Valorant is fun and has cool colors, and the gun skins aren't just, like, AK-47 but green, worth $500.
Look, I'm not defending... And first off, 1,600. Prices have gone up recently, okay?
Oh, good. Okay, I'm
Keep
glad.
up with the stocks, right?
I'm sorry.
But you do realize Valorant is literally just CSGO.
Yeah, but, like, there's abilities, and the game is, like, colorful and cool.
So there's abilities in CSGO 2? Or it's just CS2?
Yeah, but like, is it like I'm gonna throw a grenade, or is it like I'm gonna shoot venom out of my hands?
Does it
that's
matter
so much-
though?
It so does.
It doesn't functionally matter. The game, which is the thing you enjoy, is not functionally different.
It's visually different, and that matters to me.
You just like color,
Yeah, I do.
but you don't want to ever confront the real world, which is some real pussy shit that I hate.
Dude, I've been fucking living in the real world since I was like 9 years old.
Okay, well, don't you want to kill terrorists?
I guess, yeah. That'd be
Isn't
kinda
that
sick?
sick?
We talked about last episode how I want to be a Somalian pirate, and you were like, "No, that would be so lame."
No, yeah, it would be. I would hate
be
to be a Somalian pirate.
I'd probably also hate to be a Somalian pirate.
But being a member of the international police and killing terrorists in Afghanistan is way different from being a Somalian pirate. Those are literally two different things.
But being the terrorist is kind of similar to being a Somalian pirate, if you think about it.
No, the Somalian pirates are based because they're retaliating against all of
the government.
all of those Euro fucks who have been polluting their waters and illegally fishing.
That is kind of tight.
In their natal zone.
See, and you're all like, "Oh my god, it would be so lame. It'd be so tight to kill Euro
It
fucks.
would be really lame.
It'd be so cool."
I don't want to kill a European. I'll say that.
I am European, and I would.
I don't. Here's the thing about Europeans.
It depends on where in Europe they're from.
It's kind of like the cuckoos in The Legend of Zelda. If you just hit one, they all come after you.
They all, yeah, that is true.
So if I catch one Czechian off guard, dark alley type stuff, I bang the broken beer bottle over his head, and he goes out cold, clean, one swipe, because that's how I do it.
Yeah, there's blood on the floor.
Then before you know it, my ass has got like a Greek chasing me down the street. It's like, I don't want that.
Yeah, you got like fucking Socrates coming back from the dead. He's running down the street looking at you, and he's like...
And he's going to kill me, and then afterwards, he's going to start a podcast with Bill Gates.
Dude, can you imagine how hard a fucking Bill Gates and Socrates podcast would go?
Did you see that like a couple of months ago where they AI generated the Bill Gates Socrates podcast?
Oh, that's like unironically a fucking thing.
That's what I was referencing.
But it's not real, you know? Also, how the fuck do we know what Socrates would say?
Well, it's real in the sense that it was AI generated.
Yeah, but it's not like the real Bill Gates and the real Socrates.
But they're talking to each other. Isn't that... Think
that
about
is kind of sick.
You got to think about the future, because like, what if we had like Genghis Khan talk to like Tim Cook?
I was waiting for you to say,
we would learn
what if we
so
had
much, wouldn't we?
We would learn a lot. I feel like they would agree a lot more than we would hope that they would.
Yeah,
and I think that's scary. You know,
that is a little scary. But I also feel like 90% of the conversation would be like Bill Gates not knowing how to talk to a guy that was born 3,000 years ago.
I also feel like 90% of the conversation would be Socrates speaking in like ancient Greek and Bill Gates going, "Could you repeat that?"
Or he has like his phone and he has like the Google Translate where you just like speak into it and he's like, speak. And Socrates is just like, fucking, I don't know what this is. Get the magic box away from me.
I know, therefore I am. That wasn't him, but he'd be thinking that.
Yeah, he would be like, I was thinking about, when my pal Thucydides got tried the other day in the court of public opinion.
Yeah, and they shot him with like 80 different crossbow bolts. And
rocks,
then he just lived.
Think, is what they used.
Yeah, rocks.
Rocks, mainly. If
they
you could have
him to death.
A conversation with anyone in the past, who would it be? And why is it Abraham Lincoln?
That's not who I was going to say, but that is a really good pick.
I don't think it's a good pick.
Okay.
For the record.
I don't know, probably like Nikola Tesla.
No, that's not a good pick either. Okay. I fucking hate Nikola Tesla.
Okay, wait, does it have to be someone that I would like understand, or are all of their thoughts and words just like translated into a means that
we're assuming you're capable of having a conversation where you both understand each other.
Oh, okay, all right. I'm obviously I'm going to change then.
Yeah. I'd pick Sun Tzu.
That's a good pick.
He has a lot of wise words to say, I think. I think he could teach me how to foresee my troubles before I
think he could
see
teach
them.
He could probably teach you something about war.
I mean, I read his book, so like I don't really need to know any of that.
You think he left all of it in the book, dude? No shot.
I think he did, because he was like,
you can't just.
I think the dude, Sun Tzu Jr., I think they called him in his day. China needed another guy who had to be Sun Tzu. And Sun Tzu had to like write that shit down for him, because he was like, this dumb fuck is not going to figure out how to do it on his own. So I got to tell him how to do it from beyond the grave somehow.
That's so wise of him.
But luckily they knew what papyrus was back then. So they figured that shit out,
I think I would talk to, I'm going to say, I'm going to talk to Mansa Musa.
The rich guy. And he
The
just
rich
like,
guy.
for like 20 years, he just like threw gold at people in like the middle of Africa.
Well, I got to know how he did it. I don't know. Also, I feel like that'd be like an interesting time period to learn. As do most.
You know what I hate on this hateful episode of the Waste Management Podcast?
What do you hate, man?
I hate nepotism, which is where like
no, I know what
inherited.
it is.
I'm explaining for the ne'er-do-wells who listen, because this is a show for ne'er-do-wells. Obviously, all the Sigma Chads are listening to Andrew Tate. They're watching Aiden Ross and stuff.
And we got the ne'er-do-wells.
Dude, did you see the other day Aiden Ross did an interview with Kim Jong-Un?
No fucking way.
Well, it's obviously not Kim Jong-Un. It's just like it's like an Australian guy who is just Korean.
I wouldn't even be that upset, man. I wouldn't even be that surprised if I looked on my YouTube
if it was dead ass Kim Jong-Un.
Aiden Ross interviews Kim Jong. Like I'd be like, yeah, I guess.
Dude, it's so funny.
If fucking Trump can get along with Kim Jong-Un, then so can Aiden Ross.
I don't think that's true.
I think that is true. I think that they would have a lot to agree on. Aiden Ross would be like, women are only for sex. And Kim would be like, yeah.
I don't think Kim has ever had sex.
No, he definitely hasn't. But like, he would agree.
Yeah.
It's like people who like go on, and I didn't realize this was like a thing until like recently, but people will like, someone will post a video of like a model, like someone who like literally professionally their entire life is like their beauty and physique and whatever. And then like some dude who lives in his mom's basement will be like, 4 out of 10. I've seen better. And it's like, what?
It is wild. Yeah.
It's first of all, not with you. And second of all, like, what?
Or like, I feel like there's like that subreddit that like just like air quotes objectively rates women.
No, it's women and men.
Oh, did they add to men?
No, it's just only women who like get upvoted, but there are men on there.
Yeah.
Are you talking about r/true rate me?
Yeah.
It's so awesome.
And they're like, the mod will like take down comments for people who are like not rating objectively.
Yeah.
So someone will comment and be like, I think you're like a 8 out of 10. And then like there's like one mod for the whole subreddit. And he'll take the comment down and be like, you're banned for not taking this seriously.
You're banned for life.
Which is so funny.
I did go down the rabbit hole of scrolling through that once for like an hour, probably about a month ago. Because I was like, oh, like it showed up on the hot page, or like the popular page or whatever. And I was like, I've heard about this subreddit. Let's look. And there were just like some genuinely like really attractive people. And then people would be like,
it's like 6.8.
That's actually a 5.7. Your nose is like, it just doesn't really suit your face, but everything else is great.
Yeah.
And it's like, that unfortunately deducts 4.3 points.
It does.
And it's like, huh?
Yeah, it's kind of a room for psychopaths and,
Well, and it's like, and
people.
then I feel like there will be people asking like genuinely like tell me, like, what do you actually think I am out of 10? I'm like, dude, why would you ask that here?
Yeah, that's not the good place to ask that.
You're not gonna find the love of your life on r/true rate me.
What you gotta do is if you have low self-confidence, you take a picture of yourself and you go to like r/trans men and you say, hey, I like I'm 6 months into my transition. What do you think?
Yeah,
you
how am I?
You let them praise you, you know?
I feel like that's really wrong.
Well, you know what else is really wrong? Because I want to talk about Kim Jong-Un more. I don't really have a way to segue into it. I just want to say that before, like, it's just like a guy that Adin Ross like hired, who is Korean, to dress like Kim Jong-Un and like give the haha funny answers or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But he did like 10 minutes before the interview. He had a segment on his stream. He was live where he was just like writing in a text document the questions that he wanted to ask. And the questions are hilarious. Here, hold on. Stall for 30 seconds while I look up what they were.
So he was asking questions like he was asking the questions to the stream like beforehand.
Yeah, he was trying to figure out questions to ask the real Kim Jong-un.
Real Kim Jong-un. On a sort of similar note, there's this one guy on TikTok whose name is Yilong Ma.
Yeah.
Who is like this Chinese guy who looks like Elon Musk. And it's actually like one of my favorite TikTok accounts like of all time. I don't really use TikTok that much anymore, but I swear this guy, like the first time I saw him, I was like, I feel like someone just like deep faked Elon Musk's face onto this guy.
Yeah.
But he actually just like looks like that, like dead ass, 100% looks like Elon Musk. And so he will just like, all of his TikToks are like really stupid, and he'll just come on the camera and be like, hey, everyone, Elon Ma here. And then he'll be like, Tesla, fast! And then he'll like run across the screen. And he'll be like, supercharge. And I'll be like, it's so awesome.
Okay, I found the questions. And I'm just going to read them in order of how Adin Ross thought of them. Okay.
Can I answer them as we go?
Yeah, you can answer them. First question, thoughts on LBGT?
Does that stand for lettuce, bacon, gay tomato?
Gay tomato, yeah. You got it. Exactly.
Oh, yeah. No, that makes sense.
Next question, can you give Stake money back? This is referring to Stake.com, the gambling website that, paid Adin Ross to stream on Kick.com. They lost $40 million in crypto because of a North Korean hacking scandal.
That's so awesome.
Which is really funny. And then the next one, this isn't a question. It just react to Andrew Tate. And then it's visit North Korea, question mark? After it's add Yeonmi Park to call, which is really funny if you know who that is.
No.
Yeonmi Park is the most famous North Korean defector.
Oh, is she the person who's like on all the podcasts?
Yeah, she was on Joe Rogan like not that long ago.
Yep.
So it's fun because they're just in a Discord call. So the idea of adding Yeonmi
like
Park
to the call
to a call with Kim.
That's actually kind of awesome.
And then it says Trump versus Biden, USA better than North Korea. And then there's E-date question mark. And then the final one before they get into the interview, it just says fake nutsack prank.
Is there a question mark with that one or no?
No, it just says fake nutsack prank, which I think may be one of the funniest things I have ever heard.
One of the funniest things I've ever read in my life.
So that might be, I think Adin Ross really should have gone into like journalism. I feel like. Yeah,
kind of a bummer that he is like, I fucking hate him because that's awesome.
It is
that's
kind
so
of a bummer
hilarious.
that he's like one of the worst people that I know.
Yeah.
So.
He did it to himself. Didn't he like used to be like a normal guy? Or is that not true?
I mean, I feel like if you want to get to the meta of it, it's probably like, like he started doing Andrew Tate type stuff, and he just got more views
that's what I mean.
way. And then Andrew Tate started like doing stuff with him. They hashtag collabed or whatever.
Yeah, and they put the hashtag there, so it's official.
And yeah, I feel like he probably was a normal-ish guy, but also I feel like, to have, to come out as someone who like believes all of this stuff and say it on the internet, you kind of have to have some of that inside you to begin with.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like I feel Andrew Tate was like the catalyst that brought it out in the first place. But I mean, you know, it's all conjecture really, because it's just like a guy, and we don't know
he's
him.
Just like a dude.
And it's like, I don't got to get weird about it.
You don't know Adin Ross?
Not in real life.
Oh, dude, what?
Yeah.
Yeah. We hung out like a few weeks ago. We had a boxing match. I lost. So I'm just training.
If you lost to Adin Ross in a boxing match, I don't think I could talk to you ever again.
That's true, but
I don't think I could be seen with you.
No, I mean, that's 100% fair, but also, like, have you seen me?
I have seen
Adin
you.
Ross height.
He's not that tall.
He's 6'2".
That's not true, dude.
Has the internet ever lied?
No. And you know what? So maybe I'm wrong for thinking otherwise.
Wait a minute. Okay, what the fuck?
Also, it's only like 4 inches taller than you.
Also, Adin Ross is definitely not.
No, that's what I'm saying. If you've ever seen a picture of him, he is not 6'2".
Oh, he's a Libra. His net worth is $35 million. Good for him.
I don't think he has a net. Oh no, he probably does though.
Apparently, he's 5'7". Okay,
he's
never
part
mind.
of the gambling cabal. You know what I love? Because to turn this hateful episode on its hat.
What do you love, Jackson?
I love degenerate gambling. I think that's so sick.
I don't think you do.
Not people who do it. I just think
Just
the
the
idea
act.
of being able to degenerately gamble is kind of cool.
Is kind of cool.
Yeah,
no, I would agree
mean,
with you.
I'll clarify. It depends, right? If you're one of those assholes who, like, you're 65, you can barely walk anymore, and you're just sitting at the slot machine going getting your instant gratification. It's like there's other ways to do that,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna tell you how, but if you got TikTok on your phone, you could probably figure it out. Like, it's not.
Yeah. It's not that hard.
It's whatever, man. But if you're someone who's like at the poker table, you slamming a couple stubbies, couple short beers with the boys. You're sitting next to a guy named Craig. He looks like he has a beard that's been growing since 1962. Right? He looks like he's in the dynamite business.
He is, and not only is he in the dynamite business, he's also a pirate on the side.
In Somalia.
No, like an Aqueous pirate.
Or just like a guy who doesn't want to pay for Netflix.
And that guy's me.
If you're sitting you're at the poker table, you're sitting next to the guy who looks like like Stinky Pete from Toy Story 2. That's like the miner guy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm losing.
Yeah. And that's kind of sick because you're just hanging out with the buds. It's like, who cares if Stinky Pete is up $900,
Yeah, true. And
it's
am
like,
I down?
You know what? I'll go
200? I guess, yeah. But,
chill.
Stinky Pete needs the win.
I'll catch his bluff,
Yeah.
And then you lose
always
anyway. Because you don't have the heart of the cards inside you. So you would think about that next time. I mean, Vegas always wins anyway.
Yeah, the real winner at the end. Everything stays in Vegas, and that's why Vegas always wins.
The real thing you don't know is that Stinky Pete, after sitting at the poker table for 5 hours, he then goes to the slot machine for 6 hours and loses all of it.
He just fucking throws it all away.
Yeah. And I mean, that's how they get you.
You know what we should do? That'd be a great video idea. We should pick every celebrity influencer that we think we could beat in a fight, and we have to state why we could do it.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to be like, we should fight every celebrity.
No, I don't think we can get a single person to reach out to us and that we could fight them. But
dude, I would beat Tom Holland's ass.
You would not. And neither would I.
I hate you for that.
Dude, he would probably come up on stage and I would like fall to my knees and I'd be like, oh my God, he's so charming.
No, I could.
And then I would just let him beat the shit out of me.
I think I could eke one out.
Of Tom?
Yeah. Don't call him Tom like your buddies. Call him Tom Holland. Okay? He doesn't deserve that respect.
I feel like he does. I feel like if I met him, we would be buddies. We could be good pals.
No.
Okay. No, you wouldn't.
Tom Holland, if you're listening to this, come on this podcast so we can berate you.
Tom Holland, please come on the podcast so I can ask you questions about the next Spider-Man.
Can we? I was thinking about this the other day. You know who's the girl that's doing all the podcasts now, and she's like pretends to be all like timid and quiet, and she did one with Shaq, like a week ago.
Oh, the girl who like did one with Drake and whatever. And
yeah,
then
and they were in Drake's bed for the podcast. Yeah, that's what it was, man.
Is that why there was like all that controversy? I just remember the only reason I heard about it is because of that.
Yeah, I think there was something where like they were following each other on Instagram, which is how the whole thing got started, and then they unfollowed each other or whatever.
Big deal.
Which is, yeah, you have to worry about that.
Yeah,
if you're working a 9 to 5, nothing you're doing is more important than
Drake.
Than this girl who I'm still thinking of her name and I can't remember. You know who I'm talking about,
girl
though.
Yeah, I did.
The people know.
Girl who did podcast with Drake.
Her name's like Bobbi or some shit.
Yeah, Bobbi Althoff.
Althoff. I was looking for her last name, yeah.
Her fucking podcast is called The Really Good Podcast. Are you shitting me?
Yeah, dude. It sucks, right?
What?
You ever listen to other podcasts?
I literally only listen to The Yard.
You know what I hate, actually, on this hateful podcast of the waste, or in this hateful episode of the Waste Management Podcast?
Let's hear it.
I hate other podcasts because they don't know how to fucking do it like we do it. They don't know what real podcasting is.
I don't know if that's true.
It is true. They haven't watched Howard Stern. They haven't watched The Yard, you know?
Well, I think that The Yard knows how to do it.
I'm saying, like...
You mean like other podcasts?
I'm saying like bottom of the barrel. It's some of the shit like you see, you'll scroll through your, Instagram, TikTok, whatever, and you get like, you'll get one podcast that you've never heard of in your life. It has like no views. It's like, why are these guys even talking? They don't even have personalities. They're just like two guys who watch football, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, why the hell are you talking about like the quality of Subway sandwiches over the years? No one cares, first off.
Well, I feel like on a
Second
podcast
off, if you're going to Subway,
football,
you can't complain about the price or the healthiness if you're going to Subway. Your ass could make your own fucking sandwich, dude. You don't got to complain about it to me. I'm on my fucking 9 to 5 commute right now. I'm stuck in traffic. My ass does not want to listen to your nobody ass talking about shit that you could just not do. It's stupid, man.
Quick input though, you could just like listen to another podcast.
I'm not listening to these people, and I'm not naming any names. I would name names, but unfortunately, I'm a loving person, so I'm not going to do that. But
right. You are just so filled with love and joy.
I've got so much love in me. And also, I like to give the little guy a chance every now and again. But then I remind myself that we're on top.
We are the little guy, dude.
I mean in the sense that, like, I think we're better than 85% of other podcasts.
Yeah, I would say so. Top 5 in Egypt.
Do you think that figure is true, though? Would you say we're better than 85% of other podcasts that currently exist right now in the world today?
Like all of them, regardless of genre?
I mean, like, we're not radio, right? Like, we're the best in this kind of podcasts, right? Like, there's podcasts that are like, there's the Serials of the world. There's the the New York Times Daily or whatever.
Right. Yeah.
In this kind of sub-genre.
Yeah, of like sort of chill, like commentary, comedy, like
we have the
podcasts.
Sweetest Jam.
I think that in that category, we're pretty up there.
I think we're
I don't
up
know
there.
I don't know if I'd say 85%, but I like higher than.
You
I
think
definitely
we're in the top 10%?
I think we're in the top quartile for sure. Probably closer to like 20%.
Okay. I'll take 20.
You know?
That's pretty good, I feel like.
And most of that is like on me. So,
Yeah.
you know. Yeah.
I mean, if that's the way you think about it, you know.
You know?
Do you think you could talk to yourself for the duration of our podcast and upload it and it be like just as good?
No.
I think I could do that.
I think you could. I don't think I could.
I think I would. Here's the thing, though. I can't go off the dome like that just for a whole hour and a half.
My problem is like
I need like a little bit of pre-prep, you know?
See, I'm like the opposite. If I pre-prep something, I will talk about like that and then just like be done, and that would be like it.
Yeah.
So like I'll try and be like, yeah, I kind of want to talk about this, and like I'll interject if it like makes sense. But otherwise, I'm kind of just like shooting the shit, and I feel like that's like what I do better.
And we shoot the shit like fucking Shaq is shooting some shit on the free throw.
We fucking shoot the shit like that one guy that Duck Hunt summons when he presses down B. You know, and he's like got the guy, and he's like, and then Duck Hunt does the post, and he's like, ugh. And then, you know, our good buddy Zach is always like, quick, racist attack. And then he summons like the guy, and it's like,
Zach
he
says
does look
this?
like, yeah, Zach does say this.
This is problematic, I feel like.
No, it's funny because like it just looks like a stereotypical like Southern cowboy.
Oh,
And
so you think racism is funny?
Yeah.
I respect that.
I think everyone takes everything too seriously. If you made fun of me as a white person, I mean, okay, so now it's going to sound like I would like to make jokes about this, which I don't. But if you made fun of me as a white person, you were like, nah, you're so pale, you can't go outside. If you walk outside in the summer without sunscreen on, your ass gets burnt. I'd be like, yeah. Now, see, when it gets into like real things of being like, yeah, like, you know, you're more likely to like get a job and, you know, like succeed in life.
You
and
lack follow through.
Get a better loan and whatever, like then I would feel bad. Like, yeah, I didn't do that on purpose. You know,
It is
I'd
fucked
feel
up
bad
that
about
you can
that.
get a better loan.
It is fucked up.
That is a little, but it's also kind of like, yo, let's go. You
All right,
know
so
what
can
I'm
I-
saying?
I'm gonna do a little bit of a callback really quick because I
Okay.
looked up Bobby Althoff on Wikipedia, and I really just want to quickly interject that I think that I really want to do this if we ever.
We want to
should
get in
start-
Drake's bed.
Okay, first of all, yeah, I would if there was an opportunity for us to do a podcast in Drake's bed.
No, we can't do bed. We have to kind of level it up for a moment. We
Do
have
it
to,
like-
we have to change the game. How do
Drake's got to have a.
Drake's on
he's
our
gotta have a
podcast.
pool,
We got to
right?
change the game. Dude, he's got to have a pool.
He's got to have a pool, so we gotta like we gotta
Podcast
all
in
be.
pool, episode 101, waste management. Next week,
Well,
we'll see you there.
What about like
Drake.
a hot tub though? I feel like that's a little bit closer and personal. You know.
Here's the thing about a hot tub, okay? I like the idea, but I think it's too much stimuli for the people.
Yeah, I guess
You know
so.
what I'm saying? You can't introduce so much to the podcast where it takes away from the audio experience, and I feel that the hot tub takes a step too far in that direction. But maybe that's just me. It's my art. You know, we're both different artists. Okay.
Yeah.
Not that we're making art, because we don't. It's
No,
fucking
we do.
gross slop trash.
I would say occasionally there's some art made.
We literally we're named after trash.
Yeah, but
none of
sometimes-
this is art.
No, but see, it's like the saying: one man's trash is another man's treasure.
Yes,
You know?
but I
And
don't
that's
think
kinda
I don't
beautiful.
think treasure is art.
That's fair.
I don't think
Yeah.
what someone wears as their crown is necessarily a thing that will change, you know.
Yeah.
Like your senses are experience the slop in a different way that changes you, and that's what art is. But our podcast is just MTV Cribs entertainment. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I guess so. I suppose.
So it's not like, like I don't think, the Try Guys?
Yes.
Yeah.
Remember when they broke up because the one guy was like cheating on his wife? That was so cool.
Yeah, but they're back together and better than ever or whatever.
They are?
It's crazy that I rhymed that. That was kind of cool. Can we acknowledge that for a moment?
That was good. Can we clip that?
Good. Yeah.
Let's clip that.
Yeah, they're still doing stuff, but I remember like I watched an interview with one of the Try Guys. I don't remember which one, but he just kept talking about like how like he was just talking about their like workflow and how they like make videos and yada yada yada. And he was talking about like he kept calling the Try Guys videos like art, and I was like, I don't know if like
that's a stretch.
I don't know if having Keith wear the drunk goggles and make him like make a meal for 4 people is like art, but
no, it's like an experience. Like there are definitely multiple sensory cues involved in that.
For sure. I think if you put that shit in like the Disney 4D movie theater, you could hook some shit up to the seats and make it a fun time for the kids. But it's not like, it's not like a really good album. I don't, you know what I mean? It's not 1984, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's fair.
It's not the Mona Lisa.
Yeah.
It's just not the same. It's more akin to, TMZ or some shit.
Yeah, it's like
it's
like
just
TLC
entertainment,
programming.
And I think that's what we're doing here. This is just entertainment. We're not like creating,
or I mean, it's just like I think that like Zach put it in a perfect way, which is that, and this is how I like to think of it, and you can think of it differently if that is what's best for you. But I like doing the podcast, and the reason that I like listening to podcasts is like if I'm driving or if I'm ever, and I don't do this with our podcast because I don't fucking like listening to myself talk. But if you're driving or you're doing some monotonous task that you don't want to be doing, and you put on a good podcast, like a couple of funny guys, dude, when I'm listening to The Yard and I'm driving, that 4-hour road trip is like 2 hours.
Yeah.
Like it feels like you're just like goofing off with your friends, even if you're
hanging out
not
with
like
the boys. You're just hanging out with
chilling.
Bert Kreischer and Tom Segura.
Right. Dude, they're funny.
I think they're okay.
Okay.
They're not my boys in the comedy world.
I mean,
I'm just saying. Sorry, continue.
No, it's all right. But I mean, like, obviously to each their own. But I like that thought of it's just like if someone listens to our podcast and they're like, yo, I'm just chilling with my boys.
Yeah, I love that.
Hell yeah, you are.
That's exactly what I want in a podcast.
Yeah.
But
because
instead,
I feel like that's what it is.
There's all these people out here. They're trying to like TikTok gamify it.
Yeah,
they're
are
like,
trying to
we got to
TikTok
do all
gamify
that.
it.
We got to do all this crazy shit. We got to have like questions, and we got to take, we got to have like an advice section where people can call in, and it's like the 800th question of someone being like, "Oh my god, my boyfriend won't fucking buy me flowers," and then the hosts are just like, "I don't know, like break up or whatever." You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's not really what I want to do.
And then people are out here like, "Dude, we're changing the game," and it's like, shut up
no,
for
you're
a
not.
moment.
That's
and
just
live
like
in the
that's
real
just like
world.
radio. That's like the fucking like. Remember it like when we were a kid and there was like a section in the paper, and it was like fucking ask. I don't remember what the lady's name was, but it was like, ask what? It's like fucking ask so and so, and you would like write a question, like mail in a letter, and then she would answer it. And it's like, who the fuck is my lady Jeeves, this oracle of the future, who's like answering all my fucking questions? Like, why am I putting my trust in this one random woman in the newspaper?
Yeah.
Like, hello? What is she doing?
Don't get me
that
wrong.
I'm not?
I think that can make for good content, but it's just...
It's not a good podcast, though.
No, I'm just trying to create an example of how, like... people are trying to gamify it, man. I don't know how else to say it other than... People don't get what people listen to podcasts for, and I think a lot. I think a lot of people take that for granted because people that have podcasts are like also already famous, so they're like doing it because they recognize that the people who like them want to just like hear them talk more. Because normally like, if you love like Jack Black or something before his YouTube channel, the only way to get Jack Black content outside of his movies was to like watch his interview that he did with the Watch Mojo lady,
Right.
But now it's like, You can, sure, microphone company can sponsor them, and
right, and then
and they
Mr.
can sit their
Jablinski Games,
white ass down, and they can, say all the things that apparently they want to say, but they don't understand why people listen to podcasts, because they just know that people are going to show up because they're famous. But that's not what a podcast is about. Okay, that's not where the content comes from. That's not where the love comes from. It's where the hate comes from.
But I also think that a lot of people who listen to like that kind of thing, like that is a podcast to them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but
like,
I
so
think
I feel like
stupid.
a lot. I feel like a lot less people would listen to podcasts if it was literally just like a bunch of people like talking. I feel like most podcasts are like that, but not all of them are.
You know what I'm thinking? I'm realizing podcasts just got YouTubefied. You know what I'm saying? Where like YouTube in the old days, it used to be like this weird niche thing that you like and like a bunch of other weird fucking random people like. So they all like, dude, I love listening. I love watching. Did you see the new Space Hamster video? It's like, that's cool.
Right. Oh,
and that's
Space
chill.
Hamster.
And we're all just talking about how like Super Mario World is a cool game or whatever. And if you get really into Super Mario World, you fall down the rabbit hole. Couple recommended clicks, you're looking at the Seth Bling like world record of him doing the wrong warp or whatever, making history. Okay.
Yeah.
But now it's just like, I am big famous person, man, and I'm doing the rounds and I'm getting my bag. And also, did you hear about NordVPN? They're very cool,
They're really cool, and you've probably never heard of them. Really underground company.
I guess what I'm saying is that the world is changing, and back in my day,
it was better.
The golden era is gone, maybe.
Yeah,
and
I don't mean to be
that's
like...
what I try and do every day in my life, is I feel like I'm trying to recapture some of the energy that I don't feel is in the different sectors of my life anymore.
Yeah.
But, partly, I think part of that is just because I was like a kid, so there's like a nostalgia there.
No, I mean, some of it is definitely like I always like to think of like fucking Fortnite, for example.
Great example.
No, well, hear me
No,
out,
this actually is a good example.
I feel like it's a great example because people nowadays love to fucking dog on Fortnite.
Yeah, they're
like,
dogging
that
on
game
Fortnite.
is so shit. Like, I like what we had when I was a kid was like so much better and blah 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 blah. For me, my game when I was like really really young, when I was
you
like
were a
just
lad.
figuring out, when I was a lad, a wee lad, as
You were a
opposed to the
lad.
regular sized lad that I am now. I fucking played the shit out of Wizard 101, and that was my shit.
Yeah.
But before Wizard 101, like World of Warcraft came out before Wizard 101, and when Wizard 101 came out, everyone was like, that's just another MMORPG. Like, why the fuck would I want to play that?
Yeah.
But now it's like, oh my god, fucking, I don't even know what the most large recent MMORPG is. But
Diablo 3.
it's like, well, that game was, yeah, actually that was really good. But like, I like everyone is like overcomplicating everything and like sucking the joy out of it because everything is now just like, if I can't get dopamine like that, it's like I don't fucking want it.
Yeah, dude. Everyone's just trying to open the fucking loot boxes.
We're all on drugs all the time, and no one realizes it.
There's a guy in front of me in my econ class earlier today. He shows up 15 minutes late every day, and he just sits on I don't know what website it is because I'm so out of the loop. He just sits on like CS:GO Marketplace, and he just like looks at the prices of like gloves for like this hour-long class. It's like
He does it for the whole class?
yeah.
What the fuck, man?
I don't know if he's got some kind of inventory, if he's got investors that are expecting a return.
Yeah, he's got investors.
Let's
hope not.
Maybe he's running an operation, or maybe he's just, chronically depressed.
Maybe.
Which is chill, also. Those are my boys.
I don't know if I'd word it like that. I mean, I am/have been, but, it's not really that chill. It kind of sucks.
No, it's not. I just mean it in the sense that, like, I get it, I guess.
Yeah, those are my blood brothers, and I got you.
Those are my blood boys.
Yeah.
Those are the boys that I keep around for the blood transfusions to keep me young.
Yeah, for the cult.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like fucking like I don't know. And something that I've been doing recently is for example, our favorite game ever, Valorant.
Not mine.
I haven't played yeah, well it's not mine either, but my favorite game ever is Donkey Kong Country Returns for the Wii, and that will never change.
My favorite game ever is it's probably Valorant. No, sorry, continue.
But it's like Valorant. Like I fucking play Valorant and I'm like one match, and like if I don't win, then I'm like, oh fuck, dude. Like I get mad because it's like I want to win.
Yeah.
But it's like who fucking cares? It's just a game. So I haven't played like all week, and normally I went from playing like literally every day to just like fucking not playing, and it's just like so much better. And I have Premiere tonight, so I have to play, but I feel like I'm just gonna do better because I'm gonna be like chill about it. But it's like, you know, playing games is so much more fun when it was like playing games with you and Zach is so much, and like Sam is so much more fun than just like playing Val by myself.
Yeah, Zach's the GOAT. That's probably why.
Zach's the GOAT. Sam's the GOAT. You're the GOAT.
No, Sam does not carry.
Okay.
I'm sorry to Sam.
I think he's pretty cool.
I got nothing against him. I just hate him.
Oh, all right, yeah.
So I'm not blaming. I'm just saying. But
Yeah,
I
man.
mean, no, I think, yeah, like there are people who take games super seriously, and then
Well, just like generally, like I feel like everything that we design nowadays is just like designed to be like really, I guess not Valorant because the matches are fucking 45 minutes long, but you know, like everything is designed to be like this quick, like
it
like
gets your
this.
attention, it gives you the dopamine, and it's like, all right, fuck off.
Yeah, it's like a one night stand and a bad one too.
Yeah, the lights are off.
Yeah, everyone's just fucking with the lights off.
I mean, you know, I think, like, I get mad at video games, but when I get mad, I don't get mad when I play by myself. I don't know if you also experience this. I only get mad when I'm playing with other people, partially because I know it's funny to the other people that I'm playing with, and partially because it's the only way that I feel it is healthy to get my frustrations with the world out of my body. You know?
I am like totally the opposite. I usually don't get mad if I'm playing with friends because I'm just having a good time. And if I'm losing by myself and fucking no one is talking to me and we're just like taking the L, I hate that shit.
I think I'm totally fine with losing, but you got to be a good sport about it.
Yeah.
You got to be like, you know what,
I
we're
mean-
just hanging out with the boys. And I'll like,
No,
I'll
yeah.
throw a couple fuck yous into the all comms voice chat, you know, because partially it's funny to the boys in the Discord
It's
call.
kind of a good bit, right?
And also it's just like, you know, sometimes you need to yell fuck you into the world sometimes.
You really do. Sometimes you just got to get that shit out there and it feels good.
I remember I was walking last year. I was walking out to the bus stop, which was literally right in front of our house with Joe, and it's like, you know, 7 a.m. or whatever. We both have an 8 a.m. that we have to go to, and it's like also, you know, 5 degrees outside because it's the middle of winter. And
Best time of the year.
in the parking lot, I get outside and I realize how cold it is, and I just yell "fuck you" at the top of my lungs.
Yeah.
And we have like a lot of neighbors, so it was like not a cool thing to do. But you know,
No,
sometimes you just got to remind yourself that you're alive. And
I
like,
think
that's
if I heard one of my neighbors going "fuck," like "fuck you," like outside, I'd probably open my door and I'd go "real," and then I'd go back inside.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because like that's just some guy having the human experience, and I respect that.
That's what
'Cause
I'm
that shit's
saying.
tough.
If people aren't able to communicate the human experience, I think that's so lame.
Yeah, I think maybe that's what it is that I don't like. I don't like when people aren't like genuine, when they're just like all fake and like, yeah, everything's great. No, it's not.
Dude,
Shit sucks sometimes.
you know,
and that's awesome.
Group of people on our constantly changing and evolving tier list of guys that we know in the real world.
Yeah, like new guy just dropped.
New guy just dropped. People who, like front desk people, suck ass
Yes.
because they don't understand the human experience. They have to, and part of it is because, you know, I recognize their job. They have to sit there and smile all day because that's just what you have to do as a front desk person.
Oh, you mean like actual like legitimate front desk people?
No, yeah, like dead ass people who work the front desk. I have beef with them. And it's that they can't do anything other than smile, and that scares me cuz they're not able to like they always do like one of those like fake laughs, like you walk into the office and you're like, "Hey Suzanne," and they're like, "Hey
And they're
Jackson."
like, "Hey."
And it's like, "Why did you laugh? I didn't say anything."
Yeah, I didn't say anything funny.
When people start like laughing when you like talk to them in the office but no one said anything funny, that's how you know you've like lost it. In my eyes.
Yeah. Yes.
Because I'll be talking to my boss and I'll be like, "Yeah, man, how you doing, man? I haven't seen you. Like, how was the weekend?" And he was like, "Oh, I had to take my daughter to a soccer game." And it's like, why the fuck did you laugh there, man?
That's like, why is that funny?
To me, that's a sign that like something in your soul is trying to get out. You have like an Ouroboros trapped inside of you. That's just like eating your insides. And I'm like, buddy, I'm here. Just let it out. I guess there needs to be a way for us to communicate that if you're a knower, if you're an experiencer of the world.
Yeah.
So
dude,
that
that's actually
we can more easily bond,
You got to have a mark or some shit. Like we got to like
there should be like a
and
tattoo.
Get a tattoo. Yeah. If you're like a knower, like a thinker of thoughts, one might say. Because I've run into so many people that I have met that I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah, they're just
like,
weird. Like they don't know how to.
No, but it's like I think you described it actually like perfectly. Like front desk person is like an archetype of human being, and I don't like those.
And
people.
I do want to clarify: front desk person is different from like cashier person at like a fast food restaurant.
Oh no, they get it so hard.
Immediately
They totally
after
understand.
the shift, they turn on My Bloody Valentine on the car on full volume, and
and that's fucking sick.
And they fucking they turn into a ball for the next 18 hours.
Yeah, and they crank it on the way home.
And that's so I love those people.
They crank the volume and they gas it.
Those people are awesome. Dude.
Yeah, hands down.
So. People who work at fast food restaurants, let's put them S+ tier.
Yes.
Front desk lady. Or man. It's 2023,
Yeah, what?
We can throw them in F.
Yeah.
Editor, get on that one.
I think maybe... let's do D.
No, I'd like to throw them in F.
Yeah, actually, as an archetype of person, we'll go F.
Can you make a guy right now? Can you drop a guy that is a D tier and we can throw him in D?
No, I can probably only think of people that I hate or that people that I really like.
But who's someone that you hate, but it's like also kind of whatever?
People who are like really charismatic, but like not in like.
Explain.
I can't talk about this. I can't talk about this way too descriptively without just like outing someone that I know that I'm not like a huge fan of. But it's just like people who you know in your soul, like in your soul that they're just like not that great and that like they do shitty things. But like everyone else are like I'm trying to think of like a good movie where this happens, but it's like. There's always like the villain that like fucking everyone loves and is like, oh, me, like I'm Mr. Popular and everyone loves me and whatever. And then towards the end of the movie, they turn out to be like a fucking serial killer, and then everyone's like, oh my god, how could I have seen that coming? Yeah. Like they're always like super agreeable and like nice and like day-to-day conversation.
It's like the hotel manager in like a Scooby-Doo episode.
Yeah, but like deep in your soul that they're rooted in evil.
It's like there's like a weird aura around them.
Yeah,
I can see auras. I have the special stone.
That guy is D tier because he's agreeable enough in day-to-day conversation to the point where you don't like hate being around them. But like in your soul that they're not great.
But he like low-key goes on like r/hentai sometimes, and it's kind of weird. It's like, why do you do that?
No, I respect that. That's tight.
No, I think that would respect that. I'm sorry.
Maybe not respect, but like it's like more based than like being an idiot, I guess.
I don't know, man. I think because some idiots are just like genuinely stupid, and some people are idiots because they refuse to not be. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like you got to separate in your mind palace.
Yeah.
I love ethically judging people.
I'm gonna. Here's a person who I think is D tier. So other than like false supervillain,
Courage
is
JD.
what I'm gonna call, huh?
Courage JD is D tier.
Who the fuck is Courage JD?
Fortnite YouTuber guy.
I don't know who that is.
Cool. You know, like Ali A?
Yeah.
It's like the same as that guy.
Oh. Yeah, he is D tier. He's like he's like C. Ali A can be C tier.
Ali
like
A
kind
is
of
not
annoying.
a C tier guy.
What do you think he is?
I think he's D tier.
I think he's all right.
Not that I have like beef with Ali A, but he is just like, you know. Check out the new pump shotgun in Fortnite update 7.3.2, dude.
That's what I mean though. Like he just makes content for kids. Like he's not fucking hurting anyone. I feel like he's like a C or a B.
No, but don't you feel like the people... You ever watch YouTube Kids where it's like those videos of like a cucumber dancing and it's like 4 hours long? And they like teach you the shapes like halfway through or something
I
like
feel
that?
like the people who make those videos are better than like grown-ass adults who make like family vlogs
Yes.
that go on YouTube Kids. You know what I mean?
Yes,
Making
but it's
content
close.
I don't think it is. I think that people who make children's content that's like animated or like for kids, like writing a children's book, writing a
children's book is one of the most based things
I'm actually,
you can do.
I'm gonna take it back. Like, no, not Dr. Seuss. He kind of like cheated on his
That's
wife
a bad
after she got
example.
cancer. Bad example. Different children's authors.
Person
Whoever
who
the
wrote
fuck wrote
the Berenstein Bears books.
Yeah, person who wrote the Berenstein Bears books. Hopefully, they're a good person. Like S tier for sure.
Yeah,
like people
easy.
who make like genuine good like children's entertainment. S tier, hands down.
Easy.
People who make like shit, like people who make like Coco Melon, they're like D.
Oh my god, dude.
And then people who like dedicate their life to making like like children's vlogs, but like
Ugh.
they're an adult.
Gross. Dude.
Or like family vlog channels, like the Ace family, they're F tier. If not, if F minus is a tier, they're there. You know?
I think it can be a tier in your heart of hearts, but in the universe of
But
public
on
discourse,
the actual list, it's just F. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fair. I don't know. It just like sucks. Like, what the fuck are you doing? You know?
One of my favorite things to reply to people that I don't like on social media is it's never too late to make something real and genuine. Because I think it's true.
That would hit hard.
You know what I'm saying? What if
Yeah.
someone came up to you and they were like, no building you've ever made is real?
I think it would hurt more if someone said no building you've ever made is cool
Is
or
genuine.
like interesting
Yeah.
or has any positive attributes. But if you were like it's not real, I'd be like, yeah. Duh.
Dude, do you think there are like hardcore haters on like architecture Twitter?
Yeah, I can tell you who they are right now. They're all of my professors.
Yeah. Do you think there's people who like, you know, someone like posts their building on like Instagram? Apparently I didn't know this until you started doing it, but like people have like Instagram accounts specifically for their architecture stuff.
Yeah. Well, it's like having a graphic design portfolio.
I guess, but I don't know. I just previously didn't think of it in that way. But
Yeah.
I mean, I also didn't have any exposure to the space at all. But do you think there's like hate accounts, people who like hate follow Instagram portfolios, and they're like,
You know
bro,
how-
this building fucking sucks. How would you even make air conditioning work, you fucking rat?
You know how I was talking about like fucking like incels who will like go on pictures of like models and comment that they're like 4s and 5s
Yeah,
and
yeah.
whatever? That exists for I think almost everything.
Yeah, that's so lame.
And it absolutely exists for architecture, and I can tell you that 50% of those people are currently faculty at the Austin E. Knowlton School of Architecture, Landscape Architecture, and City Planning.
Yeah. Do you like hate
Yeah.
watch stuff?
No.
Sometimes I do, and I'm embarrassed by it. Because I'm
That's
like,
okay.
I could just not watch it. But
Yeah, that's what I do.
I also feel it's part of my... It's
Part of your
part of
duty.
it's
Your
part
civic
of
duty.
my interest to know what's going on in the world, and if that includes stuff that I don't like or I automatically reject because of my biases, I find that as valuable to try and understand it as best I can.
I think that's fair.
So I'll hate watch stuff just to understand like why it exists and why it has a place in the world.
Yeah. I think that makes sense.
So I mean,
I feel like I relatively, like, for the most part, I'm not really too opinionated about most things. So if I see something that I, like, don't like, I'm just like, yeah, whatever. Someone likes it, I guess.
yeah.
And that's, like, kind of it.
But that's like not it though, because it's like it has enough. Sometimes it's like Alex Jones, right? Like there's enough people out there who like agree with him.
Right, that he, like, has a platform.
And like buy into all of his like, oh dude, the 80th supplement he developed, this one is gonna work. I'm gonna buy this one for $80 to get like 12 pills.
Guys, this one is totally different than all the other ones.
It is FDA approved, I'm gonna say that, but it's not on the bottle.
Yeah, that's all right though.
And it's just like if there's that much, you know, support for an operation like that to continue for all the time that it has to be more. It's not just a surface level thing,
right?
You know, it's got to be. There's got to be more to the iceberg, because icebergs, I don't know if you know this, they often have most of the berg under the water.
Yeah, that's why they call it, you know, like, oh, I'm going down the. Instead of saying rabbit hole, people would be like, oh yeah, I'm going down the, you know, the Spider-Man iceberg, and it's like, oh, I figured it at the bottom.
No one has ever said that, but
shut the fuck up.
You could try.
I'm going down the fucking, I don't know. I can think of a good example. I'm sorry.
And look, you know what? We've spewed a lot of hate today, but let's end the podcast going back to our roots, spreading some love. Say one thing that you love for the people right now. Go.
I love
9/11? Henry, whoa!
Okay.
That's...
And then
Was that a good bit? Can we end it there?